stealing is one thing. Being makbid is something else.
Good question. You asked a good question. So why are you using the word stealing?
I don't know. That's
You hit a gold mine just now.
With the whole idea of the Zafus, wouldn't it not be a Zafus if the guy was afraid that was stealing? That it wouldn't be 100% merit if the guy saw it and he became afraid?
Number one. Good, number one. But he's asking why are you using the word stealing? He's not stealing. He's not taking for himself.
Well, the stealing is that the person's suspicious he might be stealing.
I hear what you're saying, but I think there's something else. You hear what I would say? This is what I would say. Listen carefully. That don't we say when somebody borrows something? Is it working now? When somebody borrows something without permission,
They take control of it away from you.
oh, you remember this one over here?
I remember with the pen.
This one over here. He comes in once in a blue moon, and he carries it away. That's why he comes in so seldom. He says, you know what he says? You know what he says? Too big for you. I can't. You're too slow. When I'll come back once a month and I'll come in, I'll show you. I'll be. That's what he thinks. That's what he thinks. So that's why he's a guest. All right. Okay. Let's go further. Okay. Minayin. Take it from there. David Gold. Got it. Minayin. Gezel. What does that mean?
So if he puts more on top of what's there, even if you say it was gezel or not.
What does the word minayin mean? Remember what the word minayin means?
From that or?
Close. How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know what?
So how do you know that he feels that it's gezel?
Yeah, how do you know that when he feels gezel or not? So really, you hear that? Really, how do you know? Ask him. Go over there and ask him, right?
Wait a second, are you saying that he's taking more? Isn't Truma just separating? Is there an actual...
Good question. So Truma is not the mitzvah of separating. There's no mitzvah to give Truma. The Truma has to be given in order for you to eat the produce. Now, to tell you what the gezel is that if you're not in the ballpark called a self-designated shliach because there's a demerit because you didn't take it, then you're stealing. You know why? If I borrow your pen without permission, if I pick it up even, if I pick up your pen, please forgive me, I'm not a thief, right? I pick it up and I put it, I'm a thief because I took away his control. By the way, he came up with that answer right off the bat. I can't believe it. Shit, here I'm he reads unbelievable. You hear this? So, if he's going to be makbid, and you're picking up and you're doing something, well, you're a thief. That's what they mean over here. Okay, so now we're up to Uminayin. You see where Uminayin is? Uminayin hu yodea. You see that? It's a strange Tosefta. This is all a Tosefta. It's a long Tosefta. Uminayin. You see the word Uminayin?
There's a little gimel above the next word. Is that where you're at?
Uminayin has a little gimel above it. No, we're a line right above that. Right above that gimel. Thank you.
we were over here. Truma. Oh, Minayim.
You got it. Okay. Minayin. Okay. Minayin. Say it. Good. Say it. Say it.
Minayim hu yodeya im toshes mishum gezel im lav.
Okay.
Right. Minayim. And if we were to say, is that what it is?
Close. How do you know?
Oh, how do you know?
How do you know
How do you know
that whether he is makbid or not? That's a strange question, isn't it? Not strange. How do you know? You go over and ask him. You hear that? In my question? Ask him, how do you know this guy is particular whether which produce you take?
Well,
Yeah.
you're saying you have to be more sensitive to that he's not going to say, are you stealing from me, but he might be insulted by what he's taking.
Good. But do you hear my question?
Yeah.
How do you know?
What is this guy? Is he taking it and putting it somewhere else, or he's actually?
He's taking it. Good point.
Like a pile of
Right.
Separating the pile.
Right.
Separating the pile.
Separating the pile.
Yeah, he doesn't have to-
Bundling
so,
it some time.
It just has to separate it.
What do you mean
Just
separating
puts it in a
it?
separate pile. Then
But
it
make
can be
it,
eaten.
he made it into true. He
And
does
that's
it.
it.
That's it. That's
it.
all you need.
Eventually-
Now,
Eventually it has to be given to the Kohen, but right now that doesn't.
and that's enough to make it mutter, right?
There is some issue that it has to be done before Shabbos if they want to eat that produce that
No.
Shabbos. No.
Just have to separate.
Just that's right. Keep it simple, separate, right? So I mean, what kind of question is? How do you know? Well, you ask him. You find out. What kind of question? So you know what he means? Because he did this, the self-designated tzaddik over here, without the other one knowing about it, right? He's not here. The owner's not here. So how in the world will he know? That's what they mean to say.
How will he know?
Okay, how will the Balabais? I'm sorry, you're right. How would the Balabais know? How will you know what the Balabais feels, whether it's a merit or not a merit, if he's not here? You're picking it up now. He's not here.
Wait a minute, there's too many people involved. So who wants to know?
Okay.
The guy that's separating it?
Good. Excellent.
So we only have two people still, right?
The self-designated shliach has to know. Otherwise, he's doing nothing. Because if he's not pleased, if the balabas is not pleased, then he's not a shliach.
But wait a minute. We keep going in circles here. Didn't we figure that in order for this self-designated shliach to do this, he heard the Baal say, "Whoever will separate truma from me, please do this." So he knows. And he knows that and when he was told that, he wasn't told what to do.
Beautiful.
So he's taking what the average person would take, and therefore he's fine with it. He has no questions.
Whoa, you blew us away. You blew everything away. And what he did now, he threw the whole thing out the window because you're knowledgeable about.
I'm not knowledgeable. We just said that. We have to start with some premises.
He's even humble.
Very humble.
He's very humble.
We have